आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ॐ समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। As we said yesterday, from today for our Parayanam, for a change, we will do the chanting of Sri Mahanarayana Upanishad. For me also it is new, but we will try. As much as possible, it will take 4 or 5 days. If we daily spend 5 to 6 minutes just to prepare our minds for our further study of the Taittiriya Upanishad, which we are studying nowadays. Om Atha Shri Shruti Matuhu Parabrahmanaha Samasta Rishinam Murinam Gurunam Devatanam Krupa Kataksha Siddhidvara Upanishadukta Parabrahmanubhava Siddhyartham Shri Mahanarayana Upanishadaha Parayanam Tadanantaram Taittiriya Upanishadaha Shri Adya Shankara Bhasha Sameta Adhyanam Vayam Sarve Karishyamahe. Om Ata Mahanarayana Upanishad. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Ambhasya Pare Bhuvanasya Madhye Nakasya Prushte Mahato Mahiyan Shukrena Jyoti Gamshi Samano Pravishta Prajapatisharati Garbhe Antaha Yasmin Nidagam Samcha Vichaiti Sarvam Yasmin Deva Adhivishve Nisheduho तदेव भूतं तदुभव्यमा इदं तदक्षरे परमे व्योमन् येनावृतं खं च दिवं महीं च येनादित्यस्तपति तेजसा भ्राजसा च यमन्तः समुद्रे कवयो वयन्ति यदक्षरे परमे प्रजाः यतः प्रसूता जगतः प्रसूतितो येन जीवान् व्यचसर्ज भूम्याम् यदौषधीभिः पुरुषान् पशोगोश्च विवेश भूतानि चराचराणि अतः परं नान्यदनीयसगं हि परात् परं यन्महतो महान्तम् यदेकमव्यक्तमनन्तरूपं विश्वं पुराणं तमसः परस्तात् तदेवर्तं तदु सत्यमाहुस्तदेव ब्रह्म परमं कवीनाम् इष्टापूर्तं बहुधा जातं जायमानं विश्वं बिभर्ति भुवनस्य नाभिः तदेवाग्निस्तद्वायुस्तत्सूर्यस्तदु चन्द्रमाः तदेव शुक्रममृतं तद्ब्रह्म तदाप स प्रजापतिः सर्वे निमेषा जग्निरे विद्युत पुरुषादधि कलामुहूर्ताः काष्ठाश्चाहोरात्राश्च सर्वशः अर्धमासा मासा ऋतवः संवत्सरश्च कल्पन्ताम् स आपः प्रदुभे उभे इमे अन्तरिक्षमथो सुवः नैनमूर्ध्वं न तिर्यं च न मध्ये परिजग्रभत न तस्येषे कश्चन तस्य नाम महद्यशः न सन्दृशे तिष्ठति रूपमस्य न चक्षुषा पश्यति कश्चनैनं ह्रदा मनीषा मनसा विक्लुप्तो य एनं विदुरमृतास्ते भवन्ति अद्भ्यः सम्भूतो हिरण्यगर्भ इत्यष्टौ एष हि देवः प्रदिशो नु सर्वाः पूर्वो हि जातः स उगर्भे अन्तः स विजायमानः स जनिष्यमाण प्रत्यङ्मुखास्तिष्ठति विश्वतो मुखः विश्वतश्चक्षुरुत विश्वतो मुखो विश्वतो हस्त उत विश्वतस्यास्वात् विश्वतस्वात् सम्बाहुभ्यां नमति सम्पतत्रैर्द्यावा पृथिवी जनयन् देव एकः वेनस्तत्पश्यन् विश्वा भुवनानि विद्वान् यत्र विश्वं भवत्येकनीलम् यस्मिन्निदगं सं च विचैकगं स ओत प्रोतश्च विभुः प्रजासो प्रतद्दोषे अमृतं नु विद्वान् गन्धर्वो नाम निहितं गुहासु गुहासु त्रीणि पदा निहिता गुहासु यस्य द्वेद सवितुः पिता सत् स नो बन्धुर्जनिता स विधाता धामानि वेद भुवनानि विश्वा यत्र देवा अमृतमानशानास्तृतीये धामान्यभ्यैरयन्त परिद्यावा पृथिवी यन्ति सद्यः परिलोकान् परिदिश परिसुवः ऋतस्य तन्तुं विततं विश्रुत्य तदपश्यत्तदभवत् प्रजासो परीत्य लोकान् परीत्य भूतानि परीत्य सर्वाः प्रदिशो दिशश्च प्रजापतिः प्रथमजारुतस्यात्मनात्मानमभिसम्बभूव सदसस्पतिमद्भुतं प्रियमिन्द्रस्य काम्यं सनिं मेधामयाशिषम् उद्दीप्य स्वजातवेदोपघ्नन्निरृतिं मम पशोगश्च मह्यमावह जीवनं च दिशो दिश मानो हि गंसीज्जातवेदो गामश्वं पुरुषं जगत् अबिभ्रदग्र आगहि श्रिया मा परिपातय गायत्री मन्त्राः ॐ पुरुषस्य विद्मसहस्राक्षस्य महादेवस्य धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात् तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात् तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात् तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे चक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो नन्दिः प्रचोदयात् तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महासेनाय धीमहि तन्नः षण्मुखः प्रचोदयात् तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे सुवर्णपक्षाय धीमहि तन्नो गरुडः प्रचोदयात् वेदात्मनाय विद्महे हिरण्यगर्भाय धीमहि तन्नो ब्रह्म प्रचोदयात् नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णुः प्रचोदयात् वज्रनखाय विद्महे तीक्ष्णदग्गष्ट्राय धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात् भास्कराय विद्महे महाद्युतिकराय धीमहि तन्नो आदित्यः प्रचोदयात् वैश्वानराय विद्महे लालीलाय धीमहि तन्नो अग्निः प्रचोदयात् कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गिः प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ अथ श्रीकृष्णयजुर्वेदान्तर्गता तैत्तिरीय आरण्यकान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय शाखान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद। ॐ यस्मात् जातं जगत् सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदं धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः। यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं। तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते। ओमथ प्रथमा शिक्षावल्ली प्रथमोऽनुवाकः शान्तिमन्त्रः प्रार्थनामन्त्रः। ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः। नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतो तद्वक्तारमवतो अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ अथ दशमोऽनुवाकः। ॐ अहं वृक्षस्य रेरिव कीर्तिः पृष्ठं गिरेरिव ऊर्ध्वपवित्रो वाजिनीव स्वमृतमस्मि द्रविणगं सवर्चसं सुमेधा अमृतोक्षितः इति त्रिशङ्कोर्वेदानुवचनम्. We have exhaustively studied the 10th Anuvakam. Now today we will start the 11th Anuvakam. This is the Anushasanam given by the Guru to the Shishyas before they leave the Gurukula with all the theoretical knowledge learned or gained at the feet of the Guru. A convocation addressed by the teacher to the students, which is so very important, essential practically for all of us to become qualified for the truth or the Brahma Vidya. That is the beauty of this Taittiriya Upanishad, which balances both the outer dharmas, then the sadhanas required for the antakarana shuddhi, as well as the jnanam, in which there are two parts. One is followed by the action, other is only to get abided in that. We will do the chanting of this mantra. It is big one. And in that only all the MAATRE Deva Bhava, everything comes. We have heard about it from our childhood. And we now will know that these mantras are from Taittiriya Upanishad. So we'll chant it first, then we come to Sri Bhagavan Adi Shankara's introductory Bhashyam. Sambandha Bhashya as to what is the connection between earlier Anuvakas and this one, and what is the relevance of this Anuvaka to the entire theme of the Upanishad called Brahma Vidya. We are lucky that Bhashyakara gives us in advance only what we are going to study, what is its relevance, importance, connectivity. Thus, if we really study Upanishads with Bhagavan's Bhashyam, we will have very less difficulty to understand and no chance to get misunderstanding. That's how His grace through the Bhashya always helps us. So let us chant first. Om Ata Shishyanuशासनम् Taittiriya Upanishad प्रथमा शिक्षावल्याम् एकादशोऽनुवाकः। ॐ वेदमनूच्याचार्योऽन्ते वासिनमनुशास्ति सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान्मा प्रमदः आचार्याय प्रियं धनमाहृत्य प्रजातन्तुं मा व्यवच्छेत्सेः सत्यान्न प्रमदितव्यं धर्मान्न प्रमदितव्यं कुशलान्न प्रमदितव्यं भूत्यैन प्रमदितव्यं स्वाध्याय प्रवचनाभ्यां न प्रमदितव्यं देवपितृकार्याभ्यां न प्रमदितव्यं मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव यान्यनवद्यानि कर्माणि तानि सेवितव्यानि नो इतराणि यान्यस्माकं सुचरितानि तानि त्वयोपास्यानि नो इतराणि ये के चास्मच्छ्रेयागंसो ब्राह्मणाः तेषां त्वयासनेन प्रश्वसितव्यं श्रद्धया ध्येयम् अश्रद्धया अध्येयम् श्रिया ध्येयम् ह्रिया ध्येयम् भिया ध्येयम् संविदा ध्येयम् अथ यदि ते कर्म विचिकित्सा वा वृत्तविचिकित्सा वा स्यात् ये तत्र ब्राह्मणा संहर्षिणः युक्ता आयुक्ताः अलोक्षा धर्मकामा स्युः यथा ते तत्र वर्तेरन् तथा तत्र वर्तेथाः अथाभ्याख्यातेषु ये तत्र ब्राह्मणा संहर्षिणः युक्ता आयुक्ताः अलोक्षा धर्मकामा स्युः यथा ते तेषु वर्तेरन् तथा तेषु वर्तेथाः एष आदेशः एष उपदेशः एषा वेदोपनिषत् एतदनुशासनम् एवमुपासितव्यम् एवमुचैतदुपास्यम् ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. This is before the students leave the Gurukula after study. In that convocation, when the certificates are given, appreciations are given, thanksgiving is done, all the experiences went through are just reminded, recollected. Then the Guru will give the last address. Thereafter, there is nothing more to talk. Disciples, those who have to go, they go. In the path they have chosen. Okay, before that are these teachings. One of the profoundest teachings of the entire Upanishadic literature, especially for the youth, these are the most important. You and I, because just now started spirituality, keeping away apart the age factor, we are also in the in this spiritual evolution like the youth only. Therefore, they are relevant to all of us also from the sadhana standpoint. So, what is said here, straight away we take up the Ekadash Anuvakaha Sri Adi Shankara Bhashyam. Beautiful one. What it says, Vedam Anuchya iti evam adi kartavyata upadesha arambha prag brahma vijnanat niyamena kartavyani shrotasmartani karmani iti evam arthaha अनुशासन श्रुतेः पुरुष संस्कारार्थत्वातु संस्कृतस्य हि विशुद्ध सत्वस्य आत्मविज्ञानम् अंजसा एव उत्पद्यते तपसा कल्मषं हन्ति विद्ययामृतमश्नुते इति हि स्मृतिः वक्षति च तपसा ब्रह्म विजिज्ञासस्व इति अतः विद्या उत्पत्त्यर्थम् अनुष्ठेयानि कर्माणि इति अनुशास्ति इति अनुशासन शब्दात् अनुशासन अतिक्रमैः दोष उत्पत्तिः प्राग उपन्यासात् च कर्मणां केवल ब्रह्म विद्या आरम्भात् च पूर्वं कर्माणि उपन्यस्तानि उदितायां च ब्रह्म विद्यायाम् अभयं प्रतिष्ठां विन्दते बिभेति कुतश्चन किमहगं साधुना करवम् इत्यादिना कर्मनैष्किञ्चन्यं दर्शयिष्यति इति अतः अवगम्यते पूर्व उपचित दुरितक्षयद्वारेण विद्या उत्पत्त्यर्थानि कर्माणि इति मंत्रवर्णात् च अविद्यया मृत्युं तीर्त्वा विद्यया अमृतमश्नुते इति ऋतादीनां पूर्वत्र उपदेशः आनर्थक्य परिहारार्थः इह तु ज्ञान उत्पत्ति अर्थत्वात् कर्तव्यता नियमार्थः ओम शांति शांति शांति. This is the introductory bhashyam. We are just studying the bhashyam, trying to understand in our English bhasha, so that what are the great thoughts of these rishis like Adi Shankara Adi on these Upanishads. And they are all highly evolved. They are into the Brahmanubhuti. Their intellects are of such a sharpest and subtlest. They are able to apprehend and comment on the Upanishads with the highest of the meaning and purpose. So one by one, Ekadashonuvakas. Vedam anuchya iti evam adi. Iti evam adi mantraha. The entire 11th mark. Okay, there's one Vedam anuchya charyonte vasanamanushaaste satyam vada dharmam jara swadhyaya anma pramadaha. These mantras. Like in every of the Anuvaka Bhashya, Bhagavan, while introducing, he starts that. Like aham ruksha sreriva iti swadhyaya artha mantramnayaha. Also before that omiti, either omiti brahma, omiti tadaksharam ityadi. So he gave. So Vedam anuchya ityadi mantras. What is there in that? Why they are given? What we have to do with them? There's a discussion. Veda manucha iti evamati. What is that? Kartavyata upadesha arambha. Now, how many things we have to understand this one sentence? Kartavyata upadesha arambha. So, the arambha, the beginning in this chapter. What is the beginning done? Upadesha's beginning is done. And what Upadesha beginning? You are already doing Upadesha from such a long time. 136 days we are studying this Taittiriya Upanishad. Aviga Kayaka Upadesha. Anyway, so far what we taught you was the information Upadesha. No information had helped anyone till that information is implemented in action. Therefore, after the theoretical knowledge in any field, more so in spiritual field, if the theory is not with all the understandings practiced, if it's not practiced, theory remains as theory, it never gives us benefit. Therefore, the kartavyata upadesha arambha, the practical aspect of it, from the theory coming to practice. And here also the word used is karma praram, upadesha prarambha. It also can be written by Shankara. No. What he writes is kartavyata upadesha arambha. So क्या कर्तव्य है उसका उपदेश शुरू किया जा रहा है. Obviously, kartavya is for what? Any kartavya is to achieve something. And the theme of this Upanishad is Brahma Vidya. So to reach to the ultimate Brahma Vidya Anubhava, the कर्तव्य क्या हमें शुरू से करना है उसका उपदेश यहाँ दिया जा रहा है. And now in the context of the thing, the children are in the Gurukula, so they were given whatever the works to be given. Along with that, they were given all the jnanam also. Now they are going away from Guru. So the discipline imposed by Guru on daily basis, all of that will not be there. You are left to yourself with your own independent life wherever you go. Then before going, should you know your kartavya or not? Because every time you can't call the Guru, you can't come to Gurukula, Guru cannot come to help you. So, though you have got the Brahma Vidya to be reached as the goal, but when you are leaving the ashram and going, you must know how you have to live the life as Kartavya. Kartavya always has two things, to be done and not to be done. कर्तव्य का ब्रैकेट में अकर्तव्य भी ऐड करना है. क्या नहीं करना और क्या करना. So, kartavyata upadesha arambha. So, when we study the bhashyas, etc., we have to tune so much to the bhashyakara, take him as Bhagavan only, and feel what he is telling us is must be done by us. So, क्या कर्तव्य करना है ये बताए जा रहे हैं. Therefore, ये जो चीजें बताए जा रहे हैं आगे जा करके उनको हमें कर्तव्यता बुद्धि से स्वीकार करना है. And what is the meaning of taking the thing as kartavya? You have to do it. Like how many times we tell about chant the mantras, do this japa. But those who take the acharya's words as with the kartavyata buddhi, they do it that day without any procrastination or delay or negligence or carelessness. Is it not? What is the biggest problem in Whole life and spirituality is what? Especially in spirituality, so much of information is given, so much of knowledge is given. But there's a huge gap between the knowledge and information we get, whether about moral values, ethical values, duty orientation, in spirituality, about bhakti or about jnanam, what loftiest theory we listen, highest, and what life we live it is such a different gap. So much of gap in between. What we listen is आसमान के लेवल पे रहता है, and what we are at present is जमीन के लेवल पे, on the earth. Then how the जमीन का आसमान level knowledge can help us who are stuck up and caught up at the जमीन level? That is why for many people spirituality only an alluring subject without any benefit. Why? Because what is thought is about such a huge subject. You are Brahma, you are Atma, it is spoken. And what is our day to day life? We can't do even one thing where we feel that we are something other than the body. इतना इन देहादित आदात में फंसे रहते हैं कि what we study spiritually, ultimate goal and what we are is absolutely no connection at all. But should we continue this way as a Deha and Jiva and be born and dying like any of the animal, in spite of having the intellect, etc.? Or should we reach to that loftiest heights? If we have to reach, then what takes us step by step is the sadhanas to be done. And one of the very essential thing in life is what? कि एक तो बात क्या है कि the spiritual information, spiritual knowledge, spiritual understanding, spiritual sadhana, spiritual goal is a very long, lengthy process moving into lives together, not in one life. And that also most important is what teacher teaches generally to all is one. But every student, though he is receiving the information in general, what is particularly applicable to him, he will be able to know only when he understands where he stands. Is it not? Should I not study myself and where do I stand? No. That's why, see, even though general after experimentation, the medicine is certified by the health organization, yet the efficacy of that medicine depends again on each individual's the body. सम पीपल के लिए वही मेडिसिन तुरंत काम करता है, किसी को धीरे करता है, और को करता ही नहीं, किसी को रिएक्शन होता है. Even a food also, a cup of coffee is same with its fragrance, but the effect of coffee on each one's the mind, the tongue, the tummy are different. It depends on that person's inner makeup. In the same way, it's a big examples. I'll not go into all detail. Although we all are in the class together listening to Vedanta, but each one are at the different level of the evolution, of the understanding. Age factor anyway is there, but nothing to do with the age because the sadhana is inner, nothing to related with the body. The body or age have its influence in the maturity. That's not the topic we are discussing. We are saying that each one is a different level. Therefore, what I say in general works in general to all, but particularly what each one has to adopt and do should be known by each individual only after clearly understanding where everyone stands for themselves by themselves. And without knowing this, where do I stand? How will I know what are the sadhanas required for me to do to evolve to that highest lofty level? And how can we compare ourselves with other when the other person is totally different in everything? Age wise different, gauge wise different, his psychological system or the situation is different, intellectual capabilities are different. Apart from each one's different samskaras and prarabdhas. Like एक ही क्लास में बच्चे एक ही हॉस्टल में एक ही कक्षा में, बट इसके संस्कार अलग, इसके अलग है, इसका प्रारब्ध अलग है। यू अंडरस्टैंड? एबिलिटीज भी डिफरेंट होते हैं। In a class of 40, when teacher teaches, to one student it is highly inspiring, दूसरे को थोड़ा कम इंस्पिरेशन है, तीसरे को तो ऑर्डिनरी लगता है, द फोर्थ वन तो फील्स वेरी बोरिंग, फिफ्थ वन फील्स स्लीपी, सिक्स्थ वन स्लीप्स, इट इज अनवांटेड ओनली फील्स। एक ही टीचर का एक ही लेक्चर, ईच वन टेक्स डिफरेंटली। Clear? What is the thought derived here? When we have to travel in spiritual path, where I stand, I must know in whatever the way. In terms of gunas, you talk, I mean too much of tamo guna, rajo guna, or sattva guna. In terms of habits, we talk, all are same, only put in different languages. In terms of my priorities, in terms of my own slaveries, or in terms of my own the engagements, importance is given. कहाँ खड़ा हूं मैं, बाहर व्यवहार में, अंदर मेरे समझदारी और नाम समझी में। According to that, what Guru taught me the entire knowledge, out of that I cull out and I do the practice of them for my maturity, my growth. ये तो एक्सरसाइज हर एक को जिस दिन शुरू करना होता है करेंगे, तभी जाकर रियल स्पिरिचुअल साधना उनको स्टार्ट होता है। Now all that is what kartavyata upadeshaha. No shastra or guru or Bhagwan gives an assurance that you should not, need not do anything, everything मैं आपके लिए कर देता हूं। ऐसा कभी भी नहीं होता। It is illogical. Definitely, from where we are now standing to reach to the highest conceived goal, we have to do it, and we have to do it with our own conviction, with the kartavyata buddhi. नो शास्त्र एश्योरेंस एश्योर्स, गुरु एश्योर्स आर देवता कि तुम्हें कुछ करना ही नहीं हो, अपने आप हो जाएगा। इवन इफ भगवान कम्स एंड सेज आल्सो अपने हो जाएगा, मानना नहीं उनको, क्योंकि कोई भी चीज बिना किए होता नहीं दुनिया में। What happens is when we listen to some of the bhakti shastras, some of the Vedanta, हमको लगता है कि हमें कुछ करने का नहीं है। यार सब कुछ करने के बाद कुछ करने का नहीं होता है, not before. Like the women of the house at 11:30, 12, she can say, आप कुछ करना नहीं. Not from morning 4 o'clock when she wakes up. 4 to 11, she has so many things to do. After doing all of them, she can relax for some time. Then again, the work comes in the evening. So, Vedamanuchya ityadi mantras, whatever the things are there in general, particularly what they are giving us is Upadesha. What Upadesha? Kartavyata Upadesha. Arambha. What is the Arambha here? Guru is doing the Arambha of the Upadesha of Kartavya. Same time, Shishya also should take that Upadesha of Kartavya practically and do that thing as Kartavya. Like in an army, no? When that brigadier or the leader, if he gives an order, stand at ease, attention, bagal shastra, baju shastra, the children or the students won't ask, sir, दोपहर में करूँ मैं, शाम को करूँ? कल करता हूँ सर. You told me stand at ease, attention, ना? Why would I? So simple. Evening I'll do. ऐसा नहीं होता है. The voice of him itself shows that it's a kartavya to be done at that very moment. And all of them obey that command and do the kartavya. And the whole army is trained like that. Is it not? They order that how that has to be loaded, the rifle में bullet and all, then fire when they say that. Didn't you see in our all Hindi Mahabharata युद्ध में आक्रमण? सर थोड़ा पानी पी के आता हूँ, बाद में आक्रमण करेंगे, ऐसा नहीं होता। कर्तव्य था उपदेश। See, one very essential thing. What is that one? We are all so lazy and relaxed regarding everything in life, especially about sadhana, कि कल करें, परसों करेंगे, और कोई करेगा करके. This tamoguna of the intellect shows that we are such a childish, immature fellow. Any moment, if we are not having a kartavya being done through us, at that time we are absolutely childish. क्योंकि सिर्फ बच्चों को ही लगता है कि कुछ करना नहीं, कुछ पाना नहीं. And also the other side, the जीवन मुक्त. Because they have reached, they have nowhere to go, nothing to achieve. Therefore, there is no kartavya buddhi. But still they do. Tasya karyam na vidyate, but karma vidyate. अदर साइड द चिल्ड्रन, उनका मन खाने में, पीने में, घूमने में, खेलने में, सोने में रहता है. देयर इज नो अदर प्लेस वेयर दे हैव कर्तव्य बुद्धि. द चिल्ड्रन अप टू द एज ऑफ 3 years, फर्स्ट टाइम व्हेन इज सेंट टू द स्कूल, जाकर बेटा बैठो, वहां से उसको कर्तव्य उपदेश शुरू होता है. देन सुनो, देन द टीचर गोज ऑन टॉकिंग एंड टेलिंग हिम सम राइम्स और ऑल. उसको मुंडी हिलाना पड़ेगा, रिप्लाई करना पड़ेगा. तो slowly he start the kartavya. So in our life also, if one moment I am not having what I have to do to achieve this kartavya buddhi and doing it, that time I have become child. Conversely, till we die, there should be no moment where we are not doing something as a kartavya, having discussed or decided, understood what the goal to be achieved, and for that what is to be done. देखो हमारा जिंदगी ऐसे फजूल में चला जाता है बिना कोई कर्तव्य का. और व्हेन यू डोंट डू एज कर्तव्य समथिंग, यू विल नॉट गेट रिजल्ट आल्सो. क्लियर? सो एवरीथिंग इन लाइफ इज कर्तव्यता बुद्धि. सम थिंग्स वी डू लाइक दांत मांजना, ब्रेकफास्ट करना, सबसे लड़ाई करना, ये तो स्वराज हमारा जन्म सिद्ध अधिकार की तरह. वी डू ऑल ऑफ देम विद कर्तव्य बुद्धि. इज इट नॉट? एज इफ नहीं किया तो मरी जाएंगी करा करते हैं, खाने का, पीने का, टीवी देखने का. इज इट नॉट? That way in the evolutionary path, in fulfilling the duties, in doing the upasanas, in developing devotees, in mastering our every of the faculties, after all that, employing ourselves in the jnana marga, where the first step is to reach to the guru. Thereafter, going on staying with him, as long as we are required to stay for all the study of Shastra, everything has to be taken as कर्तव्यता बुद्धि. जिंदगी में मैं बताऊं ना, जो चीज को वो कर्तव्य के लिए लोगे वही करोगे, उसी का फायदा है, नुकसान होता है. If you don't have that intense strong feeling of dutiness, nobody can push us to do it, then we don't do it. See, Hanumanji is the best example. For him, Rama Karya is not the postponable thing, not can be relaxed for, nor he can have any other activities of his own, then socha jayega. Sugriva had this fault. Valli was killed, Sugriva was given the kingdom Kishkindha. Then Bhagavan said कि थोड़ा थक गए तो इतने साल से, वर्षा भी चल रहा है, थोड़ा आराम करो. That fellow forgot the kartavyata buddhi to search for Sitaji. Bhagavan became angry, Lakshmana ji became angry, Hanuman ji समझाया उनको. So that means what? When we lose sight of kartavya buddhi, Bhagavan becomes angry. A lesson should be learned. And once he awakened from that slumber, Sugriva, till Mother Sita is searched, not even one moment he was without kartavyata buddhi. And that made him accomplish the kartavya which he gave word to Rama ki, with my Vanara Sena, I will find the Sitaji's whereabouts. He did it. Raja was with kartavya buddhi, the entire Divanara Praja took that as a kartavya of searching Sitaji. They achieved it, accomplished it. जो रेयर चीज बहुत जरूरी सबके लिए होता है, वो है कर्तव्य बुद्धि. कर्तव्य इज goal is ascertained. To reach that goal, these are the things to be done, and I will do them at any and every cost or effort. That feeling inside is कर्तव्य. हर एक चीज देखो, मुझे स्वाध्याय करना है, ये कर्तव्य के रूप में लेना है. जप करना है कर्तव्य, उपासना कर्तव्य, कमिंग टू द क्लास एज कर्तव्य, you know, the doing meditation as kartavya. So too at the values level, negative values I have to remove, take the positive. ये मेरा कर्तव्य है बाबा. How long I should go on in the tamas and rajas? Is it not my kartavya to come to sattva guna? Is it not my kartavya to reschedule my day? Is it not my kartavya to restart my values or change my attitudes inside? अब कौन से चीज को हम कर्तव्य के रूप में ले रहे हैं कि हमारे अंदर पॉजिटिव बदलाव आए? देखो, how loosely and lightly we are living life, proving ourselves to be childlike or animal which behave as if there is no kartavya other than eating, mating, sleeping. Especially spiritually. ऐसा कभी भी सोचना नहीं कि कुछ भगवान या कोई लोग करेंगे और अपने आप होता है. ये जो डस्ट है, ये जो कॉबवेब है, राइट नाउ वी हैव टू सेलेक्ट एंड थ्रो अवे, replace it with the other thing, that it is my life, it is my evolution, it is I who have to know what I have to do, and I have to do what I have known to do. जिंदगी में एक सबसे बढ़िया अचीवमेंट मैं तो मानता हूं कि जिंदगी को पूरा एक कर्तव्य के रूप में लेना. वंडरफुल, it's so relevant. 10 days back the Prime Minister of India has renamed that whole path near the Rashtrapati Bhavan to all these army का जो भी है उसके, the name was Rajpath. What is Rajpath means what? Sit like a Raja doing nothing. He's intelligently changed it. It's not Rajapatha. You are without doing anything. Feel like you are a king. King or what? You are not even worthy of servant there. Without doing. He changed it to Kartavya Patha. Very relevant to us. This topic may. And it has a long way to go. Rajpatha gives a pride that Rajpath mein hoon, but it gives a negative result that therefore I need to do nothing. But the word to utter kartavya patha appears to be tougher, but it reminds he is a kartavya. Is it not? There are other two parts, karya and karaniya. These three are same meaning, kartavya, karaniya and karya. Sanskrit. But the power which is there in the kartavya is not in the karya or karaniya. Why every office is called as karyalaya. Karyalaya means duty वाला. वो कौन ड्यूटी के रूप में ले रहा है उसको? करणीय वर्ड तो nobody knows, but कर्तव्य is very powerful. बिकॉज जब भी कहीं गंतव्य होता है, प्राप्तव्य होता है ना, उसके लिए कर्तव्य भी होता है. Whether you want to reach to high position in finance, in business, in your social evolution, most importantly spirituality में कर्तव्यता उपदेश आगे आएगा. अगले वाले मंत्र में हमको, अगले वाले में, इसी में सेकंड पोर्शन में, इट विल बी टोल्ड टू अस द मीनिंग ऑफ कर्तव्य इज इफ यू डोंट डू यू विल इनकर सिन ऑफ इमोशन. ऐसा हमको लेना है. Is it not like one day, if I have not studied my Shastra, did my sadhana to purify my antakarana, to reach out to that, have I not wasted that day? Have I not allowed some other nonsense to enter into me? Why did it happen? Because what I am supposed to do, I have not taken it as kartavya. हमको जीवन में ना कौन सा का पाना है, उसके लिए क्या करना है, ये दोनों सिखा कर उसको करने के लिए कर्तव्यता बुद्धि को अगर हम उत्पन्न करेंगे ना, वी हैव डन द बेस्टेस्ट थिंग फॉर अवर चिल्ड्रन और फॉर अवर सेल्स आल्सो. The only one thing which keeps us on the track to continuously work is the thought of kartavyata. Okay? So Vedamanucha ityadi mantraha kartavyata arambha upadeshaha. Okay? Ityamadi kartavyata upadesha arambha. Okay? Now, the Bhashyakara's Bhashya has minimum words, but maximum clarity, unambiguity, and perfection in its meaning. Meaning is perfect. That perfect meaning is unambiguously, clearly given in few words. We have to be genius of his level to understand the genius in his writings and no ambiguity. So Vedam Anuchya iti evamadi kartavyata उपदेश आरंभ. आप जो कर्तव्य का उपदेश का शुरुआत कर रहे हैं, अब खेलने का चांस नहीं, करना ही पड़ेगा. हो चुका है आपका थियरी क्लास में आना बैठना सुनना. वी हैव टू डू द थिंग, दैट टाइप ऑफ फीलिंग. कर्तव्यता उपदेश आरंभ हो गया. नाउ सी क्लैरिटी इन द सेकंड लाइन. व्हाट ही सेज इज क्लियर. Whether we understand clearly it or not, convinced about it or not, inspired or not, it all depends on our own maturity. But as regard the Guru Upadesha Shankar Bhasha is concerned, perfect. Second line I am reading. What he says is Prag Brahma Vijnanat. Before the Brahma Jnana, Vijnana, Niyamena. Niyamena with all the niyama of the niyama means self-control, self-accepted, self-discipline, proper planning, etc. Niyamena kartavyani should be done. What? Shrauta smartha nit Shrauta smarthani karmani iti evam arthaha. You can add the nitya also. So the Shrauta smartha nitya karmas have to be done as kartavya systematically niyamena prag brahma vijnanatu. Before the brahma vijnana, we try to achieve it. See the total opposite meaning or the understanding. What we were taught so far was to go into Brahma Vijnana, सब कुछ छोड़ना चाहिए. Is it not? Sarvadharman Parityajya. Always we are in a mood ki everything when we give up, then we enter into spirituality. हो ऐसा नहीं होता. We should not give up. Then it should naturally get dropped. After doing it the way it is to be done. And then my conviction about spirituality become very stronger, and that I am trying to reach. And further, I need qualification. Qualification, total withdrawal from the world. You can't withdraw from the world, jabardasti. Even if I withdraw on the name of my spiritual sadhana, if I have lot of debts to clear, obligations to do, खींच के ले जाएंगे भगवान फिर से हमको दुनिया में. लाख कोशिश करो. You may be saying that I am sannyasi, मैं जा रहा हूँ हरिद्वार ऋषिकेश काशी विश्वनाथ थोड़े छोड़ेंगे नालायक. You have so many things to do, obligations, duties. लग जा इधर करो करो. Therefore, on the sporadic inspiration, many people take a sannyas and go. Then when they try to do meditation, sadhana, it is impossible to them because lot of hisab kitab karna hai. Then the Lord employs them, and then when they try, they are not able to achieve, then they go to a guru. Guru के discussion में तब पता चलता बेटा तुम्हारा intention correct है. You want to know the truth. You also know that further you have to take sannyasa and do. But then to take sannyasa, you have to be qualified. The qualification is clearance of the deeds outside, purification inside. Without that, you cannot do. Otherwise, why will Krishna tell Arjuna to do the yuddha when Arjuna says, चलो दोनों सब छोड़कर जाकर ध्यान करेंगे? अरे यार ध्यान करो परमात्मा लगे, no doubt about it. But you are not qualified. Your mind has so many things about your kingdom. You have missed it last 14, 13 years. You want to enjoy it. You want to defeat those Duryodhanadi. ये सब clear किए बिना, how do you think that you can sit and meditate? Now, please strike the balance between these two understandings once for all. Unless we give up every pursuit, we can never study Shastra, meditate, and know the truth. And yet, that ability to give up everything is not compulsory, not a jabardasti, not an imposed thing. That is a systematically achieved thing. After cleansing our bosom of all the rajo tamoguna, all the vasanas, etc., simultaneously outside all the obligation duties when we fulfill. They are all the ones, the Shrauta Smarta Karma, which we have to do as a Kartavya. Earlier we were doing with the Kartavya Bhava to get some result out of it, of the worldliness. Now also we are doing them as Kartavya Bhava, not for any outer result, but for the sake of inner purification, after which we qualify for the higher spiritual sadhana evolution. Like yesterday, toward the end, Bhagwan, what was the conclusion? The 10th Anuvaka also. निष्कामत्वेन कहा कि नहीं उन्होंने, जस्ट देखो कि एवं श्रौतस्मार्तेषु नित्येषु कर्मसु युक्तस्य निष्कामस्य. Now come to the clarity. What works done by a worldly person, kartavyas, same works are done by a so-called spiritual person also. As regard the works concerned are don't change. The Shrauta Smarta work means kartavyas. What is the difference is what? For this person, all these doings are for some outer worldly achievement. That is his sankalpa. And for the spiritual sadhaka, all of them are done so that he is cleansed of his own inner prarabdha, inner vasana samskara, so that he becomes shuddha. Thus he can travel his spiritual sadhana. लेकिन ना कमरा साफ कर रहे हैं, एक साफ कर रहे हैं ताकि अच्छी तरह बिस्तर डाल के सो जाए या बढ़िया सा खाना परोस कर खाए. अदर पर्सन ऑल्सो इज क्लीनिंग द हाउस, बट फॉर व्हाट? सिट एंड मेडिटेट. Both are cleaning the house, taking it as kartavya, but one is for the bhoga, other is for the yoga. Is it not? One is eating food so that I can enjoy the eating and sleep. Other also eating. Why? So that I am energetic to do my sadhana and seva. Everywhere it is so, no? In every profession, two types. One do the profession to get the money, other do the profession to serve. And spirituality, if it is added to him, service is for inner purification. So strike the balance in this. We have to do the work. Without that, the antakarana shuddhi will not. Without shuddha antakarana, you can never grow spiritually. After all this we said, now think where do we stand in our antakarana? With so much of tamoguna and rajas, how can we afford not to do those actions or sadhanas as kartavya, which alone will make me purified? Very practical, very personal, very important thought it is. Otherwise, क्या है? You are listening in the Upanishad class that you are Brahman, you have to realize it, for that you have to meditation. And when you strive for meditation, इतनी नींद आ रही है, मन इतना भटक रहा है, पागल ही बन रहे हैं लोग on the name of meditation. You know, in that जबरदस्ती forceful करने वाले meditation में, you see people become so much shaking and all. All of that shows the pressure of vasanas that mind has got, which never exhausted and straightaway is trying to sit for meditation. How do you prepare your child to go to school? Suddenly उसको स्कूल में डालोगे, वो चिल्लाएगा, will throw tantrums, everything he does. तो you slowly समझाओ बुझाओ प्यार से करके, then first day half an hour, like that do you do? So is the life. Suddenly spirituality नहीं होता. It's an evolution. And how much of the loads and loads of the kachra we are having. Without cleaning all of them, how can we become? And the cleaning is done only through the Shruti Smriti Ukta Karma, and that things we have to do as a Kartavya. Again, not for any outer benefit, but for become qualified. So for me, example, you have to sit for long hours of meditation, which are very essential, running into weeks together or hours together. In that only I can transcend upadhi. For that, from what I stand now to reach to that stage, how I have to do the works as kartavya, outer one, ordained to me by the Shastra, so that I become pure. I must know clearly. ये सब नहीं करता हूं ना, तो सिर्फ क्लास तक ही मेरा स्पिरिचुअलिटी परमित हो जाएगा. No, even little of the thing of spirituality beyond the class is remembered. For me, I'm telling you, people may be great. You must be all throughout the day meditating on the self only. मैं अपनी बात किया. So all said and done, before the Brahma Jnana, to become qualified for Brahma Jnana, to get the clearance from inner and outer world clearance is the Ishvara clears. You have nothing no anymore to do, you can become introverted. Inner clearance is the mind intellect are freed from its longings for the world after again the inner vasanas are removed through all the kartavya. टिल द टाइम हम सबको ये कर्तव्य करना ही पड़ता है श्रौत स्मार्त कर्मों का. सो प्राग ब्रह्म विज्ञानात, बिफोर ब्रह्म विज्ञान, बिफोर यू बिकम क्वालिफाइड फॉर इट, नियमेन, डोंट अंडर एस्टिमेट और डोंट व्हाट इज इट नेग्लेक्ट और फॉरगेट दिस वर्ड, नियमेन, नियम बनाकर, नित्य नियमित रूप से, नियमेन कर्तव्यानि. What have to be kartavyani? Shrautasmartani karmani iti evam arthaha. Why do you say kartavyani? Shankara Bhagavan is not saying anything on his own head. He is talking only from the standpoint of Upanishad mantra. उसी का भाष्य कर रहे हो, खुद नहीं लिख रहे. How do you say, sir, the Shrautasmarta karma are to be done as kartavya? You know, and that also before Brahma Jnanam. Before Brahma Jnanam, because Brahma Jnanam is the theme of this Upanishad. वो तो easily answerable है. How do you say कर्तव्य? Because अनुशासन श्रुते है. अरे भाई, the श्रुति is talking the word, it is using अनुशासन. जब श्रुति कुछ भी कहती है ना, वो को उसको हमें अनुशासन के रूप में लेना है. अगर कोई चीजों को श्रुति खुद ही अनुशासन कहती है, then is there any doubt that it is अनुशासन? Anushasan is kartavya, an order. Like when the government passes, variety of Anushasana. I don't know, the mob को दूर करना है, section 144, follow करना है, अनुशासन है. Like that, every month, some or the other अनुशासन keep on happening. That the taxes related, so में जो भी है, हमको करना ही पड़ेगा वो. तो अनुशासन श्रुते means the mantra which you are going to chant, in the very first line itself, the Shruti says ये अनुशासन है. गुरु ने शिष्य को अनुशासन किया. Yesterday also some of the classes we got this topic. Are we taking what Guru teaching us as kartavya? If not, then the gap between Guru and Shishya keeps on growing. Then thereafter, the presence of Guru in the life of Shishya is no meaning. He is not a Shishya. Forget about it. Now, what was the first mantra which we chanted luckily in advance? Vedam anuchya acharyaha ante vasinam. What is the next word? Anushasti. आचार्य ने अंतेवासी को अनुशासन किया. तो मंत्र का आया कि नहीं शब्द अनुशासन करके, वहीं से हम ले रहे हैं. So first he makes a sentence out of, very intelligence. Ki before Brahma Vijnana, Shrauta Smarta Karma have to be done as Kartavya with Niyama. Who are you to tell? We asked Shankara. Are yaar, who am I to tell that? I also know. I am telling what Shruti Mata is saying. I am only mediator, messenger to communicate what Shruti exactly is meaning for our evolution, what sadhana has to be done. तो लिखा है पहले लाइन में अनुशासन श्रुति. No, I am here not to serve you, oh my dear students. Serving you is my byproduct, secondary result. My main goal is serving Shruti Mata. मैं श्रुति माता का सेवक हूं, आपका नहीं. मैं जब श्रुति का सेवा कर रहा हूं, obviously you are getting the benefit of it. That is your choice also. I have no choice. I have to talk what Shruti says. That only. अब श्रुति माता ने जब अनुशास्ती कहा तो मुझे उसको उसी तरह स्वीकार करके भाष्य लिखना है ना. Or throughout that mantra, whatever the activities the Guru is teaching, all of them summarized are Shrauta Smarta Karma. Therefore, what is a bird's eye view of that mantra? Shankara is giving in the beginning. In this mantra, Shrauta Smarta Karmas are told. And because Anushasti word used by Shruti Mata, please must understand that it should be taken as the Kartavya. And they have to be done with Niyama. And this is done before Brahma Vijnana. Because without these things, the Antakarana Shuddhi never happens. Without Antakarana Shuddhi, the Brahma Jnana never gives the Brahma Anubhuti and Moksha. Now, while listening all that, you and I, let us no more now study the subject objectively. Let us study the subject subjectively now. And be practical. Let the theory classes go on in their own speed. But in our life, whatever sadhanas we have to evolve, we have to start doing them as kartavya with a niyama. Whether it may be changing our diet, make it sattvic, whether it is changing our interactions, changing our daily schedule, हमारे लिए ये कर्तव्य है. उन दिनों में उनके लिए वो सारे थे. Whatever is required for my antakarana shuddhi, that becomes kartavya to me. I have to do that. Those days they were taught. Many of them are valid today also. Some of them are new things. What they were caught up in sometimes there, and we are caught up. Some of the things may be common, some are not common. Now you can't say in this Taittiriya Upanishad, in this convocatory address, Anushasana, mein, it is not said don't watch TV, don't use cell phone and all. अरे भाई उस समय नहीं था, उसमें तो नहीं फंसे थे वो लोग. इज इट नॉट? वी शुड नो रिलेवेंट मेन बेसिस, मेन पॉइंट हमको समझकर हमारे लिए हमें क्या करना है, हमें जानना है. From today onwards, we have to understand in one day's schedule what are the things conducive for sadhana I am doing and what are the things disturbing my sadhana I am doing. If the साधना कंडीसिव वाले नहीं कर रहे तो करना चाहिए. द जपा, द उपासना, द प्रार्थना. और साधना डिस्टर्ब करने वाले कर रहे हैं, the excessive involvements in things and beings of the world which are adding up to our vasanas and desire, we have to curtail them. समझिए मुश्किल होता है. अरे इसी को साधना करते हैं, कहते हैं ना, जो मुश्किल है वही साधना है ना. और उसको कर्तव्य के रूप में लेकर जितना भी मुश्किल है करना है नियम से. अब नहीं करना चाहता हूँ, अब नहीं करोगे तो मिलेगा नहीं तुमको. सी व्हेन यू सी द स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन्स प्लेइंग क्रिकेट एंड ऑल, इसलिए वाज वाचिंग द लेजेंड्स मैच, 50 साल के ऊपर के फिर भी खेल रहे हो. सिनेमा एक्टर्स, अरे डू यू नो हाउ मेनी सैक्रिफाइसेस दे डू, हाउ मच ऑफ द एक्सरसाइजेस दे डू टू कीप अप दैट बॉडीली फिटनेस. दे नो थोड़ा इधर उधर हो गया तो मौका छूट जाएगा. somebody will take the position, again I will not get. See the singers, 50-60 साल लगातार हजारों गाना गा रहे हैं. They have minded their throat like भगवान and worshipped it, protected it नियम से. There are some singers जिंदगी में एक बार भी आइसक्रीम भी नहीं खाए, वैसे थ्रोट गला खराब होता है. मसाले वसाले छोड़ दिए, because that is the one which create the problem to the throat. Like that, how many things they have sacrificed, how many difficult practices they do. You know, the अभ्यास of the गाना 4-4, 5-5 घंटे डेली करना पड़ता है, तब जाकर राग का सब पकड़ सकते हैं. फिर यथा बुद्धि यथा सब वैसे निकाल सकते हैं मुख से. यार, नो आर्टिस्ट कैन बी वर्थ नेम if he is not perfect. Nobody is perfect unless he goes through the variety of things to be done as kartavya. If in the worldly achievements itself we have to give up some things as kartavya and take up something as kartavya, then only we can succeed. How much it is important in spirituality, is it not? Therefore, just because you heard Upanishads and Brahma Vidya here and there, don't think कि सब कुछ हो गया. ना कुछ नहीं हुआ. We and the others, those who are not open listening, are equal as regard the life's position is concerned. Only फर्क है उनको लक्ष्य नहीं पता चला, हमको पता चला, बस उतना ही. That fellow don't have the road map or doesn't have. I have the road map. Does it mean that we have reached just because we have road map? No, travel करो तभी, चाहे वो या चाहे हम. Just having the road map of studying Shastra, imagining that I have reached, is a murkhata. I tell you murkhata only. That word is powerful one, though not good, not pleasing to the ears. Kartavyata buddhi. And once you start becoming a little spiritual and give here and there lectures, people start doing namaskar, and you think you have पहुंच गए, अब साधना का कर्तव्यता छूट जाता है. This is called Maya. For spiritual seekers like us sannyasis, what is Maya is this. If we do this, have this dress and do some of this pravachanam, और आप रेस्पेक्ट करने लगते हो, तो हमको लगता है हो गया. कहाँ हो गया यार? यू आर स्टिल सो लेजी एट द बॉडी लेवल एंड माइंड लेवल, सेंस लेवल. Such will bring not only bad name to the sadhana and all, they misguide others also. And they are destroying themselves. I am included in that. I will not boast that because one or two shastras are known that we have reached the lofty heights. मैं तो कहता हूँ श्रोताओं में there will be thousands of people who are much better placed than me in the revolution. That's why I'm always humble. Because you are listening from so many lives. Might be doing so many things. क्या बता? ना किसी को अंडर एस्टिमेट करना है, वो तो सेकेंडरी बात है, बट अपने आप का औकात. वी मस्ट नो वेयर आई स्टैंड. आई नो सो हाउ मच टफ इट इज, डिफिकल्ट इट इज, व्हाट सैक्रिफाइस आई हैव टू डू. आई नो. और ये भी जानता हूँ कि इसके लिए 1000 जन्म लगते हो, क्योंकि गाड़ी बहुत धीरे चल रही है. वी डोंट हैव दोज कमिटमेंट, दोज नियमास, जो निष्ठा, जो कर्तव्यतास. अरे अभी तो गुरु के चरण ही प्रॉपरली नहीं पकड़े, उनके बात कहाँ समझेंगे, कब करेंगे, वो तो दूर की बात है. Not to frighten, but we have to be prepared one day or the other. No, this is the place I am here, that is the place I have to reach. To reach, these are the things to be done, and they have to be done with kartavya buddhi niyamena. So, Vedam anuchya iti evam adi kartavyata upadesha arambha. Prag brahma vijnanat niyamena kartavyani. Shrauta smartani karmani. Iti evam artha. Anushasana Shrutehe. Because in the Shruti, it is given as Anushasana. Now, why Anushasana Shruti? Why did Shruti give these things to be done as an Anushasana? What is expected out of doing them as Anushasana? We attend to very logical question. All of them appear to be the worldly activities. If we do the worldly activities again, we become worldly only, na? और ये कहते हो आप कर्तव्य है. Now the answer is because Purusha Samskara Arthatvatu. Because the Purusha साधक का अंदर का सारा संस्कार नेगेटिव निकल जाकर पॉजिटिव संस्कार होते हैं. Only through this, therefore, the Shruti has given it as कर्तव्य. Okay, Anushasana Shrutehe Purusha Samskaraarthatvat. Purusha means you and I. Samskara means purification. Without doing those kartavyas, we cannot have the purity. Therefore, the Shruti has told those things to be done as kartavya. She gave an anushasana. So, श्रुति ने अनुशासन किया. कोई भी चीज जो अनुशासन होता है उसको करना पड़ता है, उसको कर्तव्य कहते हैं. So, because Shruti gave it as an Anushasana, it is a Kartavya to us. But why did Shruti give that Anushasana? Purushartha Samskaratvat. There is no other way than you and I, as seeker, get Samskrita spiritually without these things. Without doing these Kartavyata Buddhi. Without doing these Shrauta Smartha Karma with Kartavya Buddhi. इसलिए हम कह रहे हैं सिर्फ थियरी सुनकर ऐसा सोचना नहीं कि पहुंच गए. नहीं नहीं, जहां रगड़ाई धुलाई पिटाई करनी है करना ही पड़ेगा, तभी आकर प्योरिटी. देन ओनली इट विल बी रिवील्ड. It's very crucial point which we'll discuss little more even tomorrow also, कि हमको बनना पड़ता है तैयार, लायक, मेहनत उसके लिए, पात्रता कहते हैं उसको. Without patrata, Brahma Jnana, Atma Jnana is not revealed. Even if Guru says or we teach, listen in the class, yet it won't appeal to us because patrata hai nahi. So, in this chapter, Guru will teach us what are the things to be done. Do them as Kartavita Buddhi, knowing that they are the ones lead to the Purushartha Samskara. And the samskara of us will happen. Means we are becoming qualified by removal of all the impurities. पुरुषार्थ संस्कार. अब क्यों ये व्यक्ति का व्यक्तित्व संस्कृत होना चाहिए? Why it should be disciplined? Why it should be purified? Why it should be cultured? Why it should be trained? Reason is संस्कृतस्य ही विशुद्ध सत्वस्य आत्मविज्ञानम अंजसा एव उत्पद्यते. The one who through these all cultures and trainings and practices made his antakarana Vishuddha Sattva, only to him the Atma Vijnanam becomes easy and effortless. Now, this is to be explained little more. We'll touch upon it tomorrow. More detail. Like, पूरा सूट बूट कोट पहन के you are doing yoga asana. Is it not ridiculous? If you have to do the exercise or yoga asana, the dress is different. But I like suit boot coat, still I want to do the asana. अरे नहीं होता वो, है ना? पूरा सूट बूट कोट लेके तैरने जा रहे. Is it not? In the same way, to a big diplomatic meeting in between the countries, you can't go in a sports or swimming suit. Suit word itself means it suits to that occasion. Then a sports suit, swimming suit, meeting suit, shadika suit. It suits. In the same way, is not our antakarana should become suitable for meditational flights? मेडिटेशन तो दूर की बात है यार, जो विषय बता रहे हैं गुरु उसको हम समझ ही नहीं पा रहे. अब कन्विक्शन कब आएगा? कन्विक्शन के बाद ना दे साधना मेडिटेशन. समझने के लिए भी एक लेवल अवकाश चाहिए, नहीं तो आएगा नहीं. ऑल दैट इज पुरुषार्थ. व्हाट इज इट हियर? कि संस्कृतस्य हि विशुद्ध सत्वस्य आत्मविज्ञानम अंजसा एव उत्पद्यते. So here he is defining what is the meaning of Samskrita. Culturing is Vishuddha Sattva. So the Tamas, Rajas, Sattva, Vishuddha Sattva. What is the difference between Sattva and Vishuddha Sattva is? Sattva Guna when it is used for worldly achievement is Sattva. Sattva when it is used for spirituality is Vishuddha Sattva. Because even in the worldly achievement you have to have Sattvic. Your intellection should be Sattvic. Rajasic, Tamasic है तो बात बिगड़ जाता है वहाँ भी. So nowhere Rajasic, Tamasic nature is allowed or encouraged or useful. You can have sleep, but you can't be Tamasic. Sleep is not Tamasic. Tamoguna is not sleep. They are different. Sleep is a very essential aspect of the day to recoup. That has nothing to do with Tamoguna. We have Tamoguna. The fighting or the Guru's Upadesha is to remove not Nidra, but remove the Tamoguna. So to the Rajoguna is different from being active. Active रहना चाहिए, not रजोगुणी. हम सब रजोगुणी हैं with all राग द्वेष काम क्रोध disturbances and the मनोराज्य. ऐसा वो निकाला है. एक्टिविटी नहीं छोड़ना, रजोगुण छोड़ना, निद्रा नहीं छोड़ना है, तमोगुण छोड़ना है. So to gain satoguna, not for worldly achievement, for Paramatma, that's called Vishuddha Sattva. So, Samskrutasya hi Vishuddha Sattvasya Atmajnanam Anjasa eva utpadyate. How do you say, sir, that? Why should we believe you? I don't believe me at all. Because I don't tell from my own head, I tell from Shastra. I am the humble servant of the Shastra. भगवान शंकर, हम भी उन्हीं के चरण में हैं, हमारा काम भी वही. Whether I do sadhana or not, none of your business. I have my own struggle. Whether you do sadhana or that also none of business. It is your thing. But I am doing this job of serving my Shruti Mata. You can't fight with me. स्वामी आप जो कह रहे हो आप कर रहे हो क्या? नहीं कर रहा हूँ. बट नहीं करने का फिर कहने का अधिकार है कि आप वो आप डिसाइड नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि मैं अधिकारित्व से नहीं कर रहा हूँ, कह रहा हूँ मैं अपने सीखने के लिए कर रहा हूँ. लाइक तुलसीदास जी डिड नॉट राइट रामायण एज एन अथॉरिटी टू टीच अदर्स, स्वांत सुखाय. अपने अंत सुख के लिए उन्होंने लिखा, बाकी लोगों को अच्छा लगे ना लगे, दे कांट क्वेश्चन हिम व्हाई डिड यू राइट. ही क्लियरली सेड आई एम राइटिंग इट फॉर माय अंत सुख. If you like it, like. You don't like, don't like. Use, don't use, don't use. Don't fight with me. I'm not imposing it on you, nor I'm compelling anyone to buy my book. In the same way, we chant, study Shastra and tell for our own clarity. Not claiming that because Shastra पढ़ लिया सारा साधना हो गया. No. So, I'm not telling, my dear friends, I don't tell anything if there is no authority of Shastra. What is authority? Tapasa kalmasham hanti vidyaya amritam ashnute. You read Manusmriti 12th chapter, sloka number 104. लिखा है नहीं, तपसा कल्मषम हंति विद्या अमृतम अश्नुते. Only through the tapasya, the hard work, or with kartavita buddhi, doing the shraddha smartha karma, that kalmasham hanti, the impurities are removed. After that only the Atma Vidya given. With that Vidya, Atma Vidya Amritam Ashnute, the immortal self is gained. मनुश्रुत में कहा है वो. अरे इति ही स्मृति में कहा. अरे स्मृति नहीं, वक्षति चा, यहाँ भी बताएंगे. 5 times it will be told in the third Bhruvalli, tapasa brahma vijignyasasva. तपस्या तो करना ही पड़ेगा. इति tapasa brahma vijignyasasva is doing vijignyasa of the Brahma itself is tapasya. But separate करो दोनों को. पहले तपस्या means what? All the श्रोत्र स्मार्थ कर्म को कर्तव्य के रूप से करना. With that, अंतःकरण becomes Vishuddha Sattva. Now Vijignasasva. Now you do the Vijignasa of the Atma. Jignasa means searching out. Doing the searching of the Atma is possible only when you become your अंतःकरण purified. That is through tapasya. So, Antakarna Shuddhivala Tapasya is all the Shrauta Smartha Karma done without Ahankara and any Swartha. Thereafter, Atma Vijignyasa Vala Tapasya bhi karna hai, where it is Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. But to do Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, you have to have a certain state of qualification, no? That is called Vishuddha Sattva Guna, and that will come only when we do this tapasya of doing Shrauta Smartha Karma as Kartavya, not aiming up any outer result, but inside the Atma Karna Vishuddhyartham. Wonder करना इस बातों पे और भी बहुत important, practically. And from this standpoint, I am telling you my personal experience. At such a lowest level of evolution we are there. Except studying on Shastra, we do nothing, we know nothing. And nothing to feel shy or bad about it. It's good that I know I'm at this level. Knowing a disease, is it bad or what? It's a beginning to cure. And it takes not 1 year, 2 year, lives लगेंगे. सारे हमारे आदतों को बदल कर, संस्कारों को बदल के सत्वगुण में आके उसको सस्टेन करना बड़ा प्रोजेक्ट है. नहीं होता किसी से, इसलिए दे बिकम वर्ल्डली इजीली. टू बिकम वर्ल्डली इज वेरी इजी. टू स्पिरिचुअली बिकम स्पिरिचुअल एंड डू ज़्यादा मुश्किल होता. नहीं करना है तो छोड़ो. इट्स योर एवोल्यूशन. वी आर नॉट कंपेलिंग. No Upanishad, no. Though we have thousands of Shastras, none of them compelled us. But those who have become purified want to know the truth. To know the truth, some of the sadhanas are essential. There they are told as compulsion. Is it not? You are not compelled to become doctor. But after becoming doctor, you are compelled to treat patient properly. That is inevitable, no? स्पिरिचुअलिटी में आने का कोई कंपल्सन नहीं, लेकिन आकर आगे बढ़ने के लिए यहाँ कोई ड्यूटीज होते हैं करने के लिए. अदरवाइज श्रुति नेवर फोर्सेस यू इन द आउटसेट यू हैव टू बिकम ओनली स्पिरिचुअल. पूछे तो बताते हैं बढ़िया है. अब इसमें आगे तो कर्तव्य. Nobody is forced to join army. But if you join army, you have the kartavya there. To sustain, to grow, to contribute and all. So in this way, this is one topic discussed. Two more lines. Then he takes up the other one. These are all, Swamiji Sida Shlok ka meaning batao. Many people think like that. Like every day I am doing chantings in all classes. And one or two thoughts I am sharing before taking up the text. To one or two people it may appear. And they may be correct in their own way. कि सीधा text ले लो बता दो. But to my evolution or in my feeling understanding, I feel to tune between you and me, every day one thought when it is spoken, it gets recorded, it will be useful. Who knows? कोई लोगों को शास्त्र से ज़्यादा उन्हीं चीज़ों का फायदा होता होगा. That's what Lord making me do it. Whether it is chanting or whether it is doing one or the other thoughts. Is it not? And in the same way, Bhagavan Shankara, straight away he can't enter into the mantra unless he gives the preparatory bhashyam. विमा को तैयार करना. And you and I, by studying the bhashya, don't think it is unwanted, see the text batao. No. Through the bhashya, we are trained how to think. First of all, we are trained to think. Then how to think. And how to think so that we understand Shastra. And we understand Shastra perfectly to get inspiration and to practice and reach out. ये भाष्यकार का जो ट्रेनिंग होता है ना भाष्य पढ़ने वाला, दूसरा दुनिया में किसी को नहीं होता. मैं पक्का कहता हूँ आपको. आई हैव गॉन थ्रू स्टीन एवरीबडी सो मेनी पीपल ना भाष्यकार का फॉलो करो तो यू विल ट्यून अस ओनली टू द नेक्स्ट लेवल द ऋषिज ऑफ द शास्त्र. ऑल अदर्स आर एट लोअर लेवल. भगवान आदिशंकर का जो दिल दिमाग है ना बहुत ऊंचा है. वो वाला हम टच करेंगे अगर हम उनके भाष्य के द्वारा शास्त्र पढ़े तो. ओके, व्हाट इज फर्दर टुमारो विल सी एंड कीप द प्रैक्टिस ऑफ दिस मंत्र आल्सो. अहम वृक्ष से रेरिवा स्मॉल वन. तो आई कुड टेल यू टू टेक ए टारगेट एंड आई एम डूइंग इट. मैं तो छोड़ूंगा नहीं मेरा टारगेट अचीव होने. अब ये वाला भी एवरी मंत्र ऑफ उपनिषद इक्वली वर्दी. बट आई कांट टेल दिस वन फॉर यू टू चैंट 1000 टाइम. बट एक बार दो बार तो पढ़ते रहो तो हमारे कर्तव्य क्या है उसमें पता चलता है. वी विल सी. वेदमनुच्य आचार्य अन्ते वासनमनुशास्ते सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान्मा प्रमदः आचार्याय प्रियं धर्माहृत्य प्रजातन्तुं मा विवच्छेत्सीः. सत्यान्न प्रवदितव्यं धर्मान्न प्रवदितव्यं कुशलान्न प्रवदितव्यं भूत्यैन प्रवदितव्यं स्वाध्याय प्रवचनाभ्यां न प्रवदितव्यं मातृदेव देवपितृकार्याभ्यां न प्रवदितव्यं. मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव. यान्यनवद्यानि कर्माणि तानि सेवितव्यानि नो इतराणि. यान्यस्माकं सुचरितानि तानि त्वयोपास्यानि नो इतराणि. ये के चास्मत्श्रेयागं स्वब्राह्मणाः तेषां त्वयासनेन प्रश्वसितव्यं. श्रद्धया देयम् अश्रद्धया देयं स्या देयं ह्रिया देयं भिया देयं संविदा देयम्. अतेदिते कर्म विचिकित्सा वा वृत्तविचिकित्सा वा स्यात्. ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्षिणः युक्ता युक्ता लुक्षाः धर्मकामास्युः. यथा ते तत्र वर्तेरन् तथा वर्तेथाः. अथाभ्याख्यातेषु ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्षिणः यथा तेषु वर्तेथा. एषा आदेश एष उपदेश एषा वेदोपनिषद एवम् उपासितव्यम् एवम् उच्यैतदुपास्यम्. 1 or 2 sentences we missed inside, but the power of this mantra, and it so powerfully teaches us the kartavya. यार बताओ ना, भगवान गुरु शास्त्र, it only, see, we have to have the tuning to them with Shraddha, Sharanagati and Prema, that how much beautifully they guide us, only then we'll come to know. If only you tune to the Bhagavata Shastra, Guru Krishna and Bhagwan Krishna, then you will know what sublime thing he is teaching us in the 11th skanda. Is it not? Especially the 28th chapter. If only I tune to Krishna as Bhagwan, Krishna as the Guru and the Bhagavad Shastra, एक एक श्लोक के पीछे हमारे को मुक्ति देने वाला कितना बढ़िया ज्ञान दिया जा रहा. इन द सेम वे ऑल शास्त्र. अब श्रुतियों का तो क्या कहना बात है. बाप रे, बस सर झुकाकर क्या कहते हैं ना, सरेंडर ही होना चाहिए श्रुति माता के चरण में, ऋषियों के चरण में. इफ ओनली वी ट्यून टू even 2%, if you can tune to their compassion to us, like the children, if you can tune to the compassion of parents, they won't be disobedient. Everywhere. Like if I tune to the compassion of the government, how much it is working to help me, I don't break the rules. If I'm tuning to the compassion of Prakriti Mata, will I spoil the Prakriti? Will I misuse it? थोड़ा भी दिमाग शुरू किया काम करना. So to little tuning to the Guru Shastra and Paramatma will make us understand what is written there, given to us is a very beautiful, liberating dhyana. ये शब्दों में बताया जाने वाला नहीं जो मैं आपको कह रहा हूँ. There are million things in life which can be experienced. Try to communicate through the words, but zero communication happens. Because the words have such a lowest capacity. Rather, many a time they make us even misunderstand also. ये कोई बड़ी बात कहा हमने. अब इसको फिर छेड़ूंगा तो फिर ये बड़ा सब्जेक्ट हो जाएगा. That is why a guru, when he speaks to us, to understand what is said in those three words, we need lives and lives of evolution. Without that, we just listen and we interpret what they say according to our choice, or we misunderstand only. इसलिए देखो भाई, भगवत गीता has 5,000 commentaries. Because nobody other than Krishna can say that they have completely understood Gita. 10,000 commentaries will come, and all of them are true in their own angle, but not complete. But they are useful to those people of that level. That's the meaning of Krishna's words of Gita. भगवान कृष्ण के ही शब्द ऐसे हैं जो स्मृति है. वे श्रुति के वाक्य में कितनी प्रेम ताकत होगा, हमको ट्यून करना. Is it not? I am feeling to myself, when will I tune totally to the Shruti Mata and fall at her feet by continuously practicing what she is saying? कब कब मैं करूँ हे भगवान? पढ़ तो रहा हूँ, पढ़ा तो रहा हूँ, पढ़े ही रह रहा हूँ, कब आगे बढ़ेंगे? क्या हमने भगवान से पढ़ाओ 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 पूछा होगा? वो पढ़ा रहे यार, भगवान बढ़ाओ बढ़ाओ. करवाओ साधना भी, कृपा करो. If one Upanishad, even Isha was, if you have really thoroughly done sadhana, मुक्ति हो जाती थी. पढ़ रहे हैं लेकिन बढ़ नहीं रहे हैं, क्योंकि कृपा अभी चाहिए हमको. बट बढ़ने के लिए what is required is said in every Upanishad completely. Okay, tomorrow we'll see. Sarvam Sri Shruti Matu Charanaravindharpanamastu. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Shanti 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 Hari Om Jai Gurubhyo Namah परमर्षिभ्यो नमः परब्रह्मणे नमः श्रुतिमात्रे नमः वेदव्यास वैशंपायन अग्निवल्क्य आद्य शंकर त्रिशंकोभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. ओम तत्सत्. ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. 10 minutes, please give me time.